Hello, I'm David.
Hi, I'm Julie.
So this is our review of the Haunted Mansion Call of the Spirits game. I always have to look at the mini title here. So this is a set collection game for 2 to 6 players, ages 8 and up. Now I usually don't give the age and number of the players, but this is a great game for children. And we enjoy it as adults. So let's take a look at what you're going to be doing, because you might be wondering, how do you make a game out of a ride? Well, it's pretty cool. You have the endless hallway here, which can rotate, and you're going to go around the board and collect cards. And this is where the game ended. And you're going to collect sets of cards as you go around, but you have to avoid the hitchhiking ghosts, because if they move through where you are, you get haunt cards, and you don't want these, because whoever has the most haunt cards at the end loses a set of cards. And so you get 1 card if they move through you, and you get 2 haunt cards if they land on where you're at. And if you collect a card in a room that they're in, you also get a haunt card. So you're going to collect sets, and you'll see here at the end of the game, I had, unfortunately, 8 haunt cards, and I had the most. So I had to get rid of this set of 25.
Oh, so sad.
Because if you have 5 of this set, 5 cards, it's worth 25, and I had 5 of them. So I had to discard that. I would have had 75 points if I did not lose that. And Julie beat me by, what, 60 something, so I would have won.
60 something, yeah.
So I collected this one here, and sometimes when you collect cards, you get actions like drawing another one randomly, or you can move the hitchhiking ghost, which I did to Julie once and gave her a haunt. This one, when you draw it, you get a haunt when you collect a card, but it's worth 4 points. Or this one, you discard a haunt when you collect them. So even though I got rid of cards, it didn't matter. I still lost. This one, I need to have a pair. Sometimes for special ghosts, where it's worth 1, plus a number of different icons you have. So you see here in the corner here, these are icons. And this one, I had 3 of this one. I was worth 12. Would have been worth 3 with 1, worth 0 with 2. So you got to make sure you get that third one if you want to go for 12. So the actions that you have in the game is that you move, rotate, or collect. And you have 3 actions. You can duel each other. So say I want to take a card from Julie. She decides how many, if she really wants to keep it, she may want to bid how many haunts she'll get. So if she bids a 2, and I bid a 1, let's say I'm just doing that just to make her get haunts. And so we put it face down, and we reveal, well, she gets to keep her card, but she gets 2 haunts. But unfortunately, I also get to keep a haunt. So actually, I would have been better just to bid 0 in that case if I didn't care to get it. But if I really wanted it, right, I'd bid 3, beat Julie for that card. She'd get 2 haunts, I get 3, and I'd get her card.
That's why we bid 0.
Yeah, well,
we duel.
You do.
I do. I'm a wimp.
So
I admit it.
the other thing that happens in the game is that there's so many turns, so it's kind of a timed game. You play with as many event cards minus the number of players. So for instance, in a 2-player game, you get rid of 2 randomly. And so there'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 turns. You shuffle them up. And then on the bottom 3, you shuffle in the final round. And so you don't know if there's going to be 8, 9, 10,
No.
9, 10, 11, 12 rounds. So you don't know when the game's going to end. So it's nice that the game doesn't go on forever.
Exactly. And it plays really fast.
Right. So, like I said, you can rotate the endless hallway.
I like that.
You can go into the seance room and get, once per turn, discard a haunt.
Surprised you didn't do that more.
I know I didn't do that. And like I said, if you go into the room, you never go into the room. You're always in the hallway looking into the room. If you collect a ghost in there, I'd get a haunt. So that's the problem where the hitchhiking ghosts are. They can, if you really want something, you might have to get a haunt and go into their room.
True.
So set collection game. A lot of fun. So I think you'll see
How much we liked it.
how much we liked it.
Okay,
right, so
I
let's
get to
take a
do
look.
my thoughts first.
Yes. So Julie's going to give her positive, negatives, and neutrals.
Yes.
So here we go.
Okay. All right. I felt it was just like being on the ride. It brought back a lot of memories of being on the ride. It was so much fun. The endless hallway was a neat twist. I've never played a game that was like that before. I like that it's a set collection game, and I think it's really cool. The art is really good, so it makes it real fun collecting all the different cards. The only neutral I had was that the honk cards, which are those little teeny cards David showed you. I just wish they were a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
They didn't have to be huge, but just a little bit bigger would have been nice. But that's okay, you know.
And it's really hard to shuffle them.
It's very hard.
So, if those of you who have played Magic: The Gathering, you can have as big a deck as you want, and one of the way they allow you to shuffle is that you do like this.
And that's how I had to shuffle those cards.
Yeah, I can't shuffle any other way either. Now, you could
No.
just mix them all up and then combine them all. So, yeah,
That's the only neutral I had. Everything else I really, really liked.
yeah, the art's great.
What about you? What did you say, sweetie?
All right, so let's see what I had to say. Awesome thematic implementation of Ride. It's supposed to be of Ride. So there's your, even with a PhD, you can make
You can still
spelling
make mistakes. That's right. You're not perfect, babe. Close.
In fact, it makes us want to go back to Disneyland and play this game.
Yes,
So be
it
careful when you
does.
get this game. You're probably going to want to go to Disneyland if you've been there, or to Disney World for that matter.
Yeah, it depends on where you live.
Right? So it's a fun set collection. Negative point avoidance with optional take that mechanics. So the optional part is we don't duel that often. The only time I've dueled is when we're going for. So Julie got a lot of points getting the stretch painting of one.
Yes, I
So
did.
there was a couple games where I really needed one of these. So she did 3 umbrellas, so that was worth 15 points when you have 3 of a kind. And if you have 4 different ones,
It's 18 points.
18 points. So I know one time I did duel her to get one I was missing because I know we were getting close to the end of the game and I was afraid it wasn't going to come up.
But I gave it to him, and then I also made him get
Yeah,
honk cards,
she let
too.
me have it, but I got Han cards for it, unfortunately. So and there's a little bit of take that. That's the strategy comes in where if you really want to mess somebody up, you can, instead of moving one space, like say Julie's here. Say here's a situation, and I know Julie wants that. I could, I can move one space to here, right? Or I could rotate the room and make Julie have to take an action to move over here. So that's a little bit of take that, and then there's some ghosts that cause a hitchhiking ghost to move, and I can make her get honk cards. So that's actually. Again, it's not so bad that a child is going to cry over it.
No, and I don't like take that games. And this one, I don't feel like I'm getting abused or anything.
Right, you can have an adult that's just mean and likes to play take that games. So it's just the right amount without, I think, upsetting children.
I agree.
Now,
I
if somebody that's overly sensitive, and there's adults that can be that way too,
True.
then you don't play any take that games. So immersive art, yeah, like I said, you really want to go back to Disneyland.
You really do.
The endless hallway slippage. So this is a little neutral for me. It's kind of annoying. So when you're moving the endless hallway, this is what, if you're not careful, it can come off like that. See?
Yeah.
So it takes a little bit of finesse. You kind of have to hold it on 2 sides to avoid that happening. I guess you could have made the board thicker. You can see here, it's not that. The only way you could have avoided that is that you had to have doubled the thickness of this and then make the
Right.
board double the thickness, which probably would have increased the cost. So
Probably.
just know it's a neutral for me. Just get a deal with it. A young person might have trouble doing that. You might have to help them.
Yeah. You have a
So,
negative. Oh,
Again,
see,
honk cards
mine-
too small. We both agree on that.
Except mine was neutral, and you made it negative.
I think it's annoying.
Well, some people might like the little cards. That's why I made it neutral.
I'll give you.
So,
I'll tell you a secret here.
okay.
We're not the only ones that have said that. I've seen other,
Really?
I've seen other reviewers say the same thing.
Ah.
So if they do come up with the second edition, and at least make them double the size.
Yeah. Doesn't
Okay.
have to be a huge card. Just it could even be like half the size of this card.
But again, it increases. Look, I'd pay a little bit more to get better cards.
I would too.
All right, so let's see how we rate it.
Okay.
In all of our, of all of our new games, we've played this probably more than any of our new
Have we?
games. I think so. I think this is our 5th or 6th time playing it. We've only had it for like 2 weeks,
Jeez.
so that
Shows
tells you
how much we like it.
All right, so let's see how we rate it.
Okay. Ooh, you said 9.
Yeah, very much enjoy playing it. It's very rare that I give a new game this high of a rating because that's how much I like it.
Yeah.
And I bet you Julie's probably regretting giving it an 8. What do you
Yeah,
think?
I am. If I could redo it, I would give it a 9.
Because we did this rating we made this slides about a week ago. Mm-hmm. And now that we've played it again.
I should have.
So you'd probably move it up to a 9 now,
Yes, I would have moved it to a 9. I really like playing this game. And what I really like about it is it's fun, it's thematic, and it doesn't take a long time to play. With 2 players, we zip through, what, 20 minutes?
We probably could have played it in 25 minutes, but we took a little longer because I had to explain the game, and then we'd go a little slower on camera.
But if it's just the 2 of us playing, we zip through it pretty quick, and which is nice because I don't like long games. And this one is just really fun. You really do feel like you're in the ride. If you've been there, even years ago, you still can remember the stretching walls and the
stretching paintings.
The funny men who, these guys. The funny guys who sing, and talk. I mean,
that's great.
It's awesome.
So we give it 9s. I might go up to a 10 someday, depending on how many times we play it in the future and who we play it with. I mean, we'll for sure keep this for grandchildren.
And even though I said 8, I changed my mind. It's a 9.
Yeah, I thought you would.
You thought I would.
Yeah. Something else I was going to say. I wonder if they'll come out with a Jack version.
Ooh,
Nightmare Before
we've been
Christmas.
there before when it was Jack, and it was really cool.
In fact, almost all the times we've gone in the last 7 years, it's been during the
Halloween.
September, October.
Yeah.
In fact, I haven't seen the regular version in a long time.
It's been a long time.
Because we've always been going there with the Jack version. But makes you wonder, will they do that? Will Funko have the rights to the Haunted Mansion and, you know what? They have the rights to the Funkoverse. This is, Funko Games. The Funkoverse, remember the Nightmare Before Christmas with the figures? And
Yes.
Capture the flag kind of stuff. They could do the Haunted Mansion Jack version.
That'd be kind of cool.
Makes you wonder if they will.
Well, I would play that.
But it makes you wonder how good the sales are on this.
Yeah.
So look, hey, for a game based on a theme park, a licensed game, in the past, if you go back to the 50s, 60s, and 70s, there not too many good ones. But companies like Funko and Ravensburger doing a great job with licensed games.
Yeah.
So anyway, thanks for watching.
Thank you so much. Hope you guys had fun, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.